Yeah, let's talk about it.
Charvy.
Can you do it? Can you do a Chewbacca noise?
Is there almost? Fuck yeah.
That was so bad. Never mind. Never.
Yeah, don't ask. Do not ask Quackus to do
Don't
anything.
ask me to do a Chewbacca noise. That's
That was so.
yo, Charby. How do you feel knowing that you won the tournament in the people's heart?
I mean, I've always wanted to make a run like this. This is my highest placing ever. I think up until this point, I was only getting thirds and fourths and fifths and stuff like that. But like I think this is the first time I've gotten to a grand, like a tournament that I can say, you know, I'm proud if I can give it myself there.
You kind of defied all odds with that win over Vapor. I'm not gonna lie. How are you feeling after that set?
Vapor was always the player I knew that at my best I could always beat. Even though at my best I think I could beat anyone, Vapor's the one where I'm like, if I'm doing stuff right, I know I've got this in the bag. So it usually even though they're like best of threes here and there, I think this is the first time in a while I've beaten him in a best of 5. But like in the best of threes, usually even like the start of the years, I usually get wins over him. So
It's a fair
I
statement.
Nice. Good. Yes.
Yeah.
All right. Charvy. Another question for you.
okay.
What's up with the Sheik? We saw it versus Maddie, and then we didn't really see it anywhere else. What's going on with that?
It was just kind of like a shot, because I was thinking Mart Simon's a no-go. My Marth is not nearly warmed up enough. And I was thinking Ichigo, while doable, and I've already played him, it might get annoying. And I was just thinking, even though my Sheik is easily the worst of those three, I was like, this matchup seems very nice. This matchup seems very nice for Sheik, and it was, because all you really have to do is against Simon is get that one hit, and you just get a lot of damage. Because Sheik does that against characters anyway. She's not hitting you with giant combos. She's just hitting you with little 5-hit combos that are doing 50, 60. So it's just like, that's all I need. Just hit him around a little, get to the kill percent, press the move that gets me the kill, and bam.
Are we gonna see the Sheik come out more in future tournaments?
Possibly. I definitely have to polish a little more if I want to go other matchups. But for me, that was a matchup where I just thought, yeah, this could be worth a try.
That is, damn, that's crazy. Actually, I gotta ask as well. What's your feeling on the what's it called? What's your feeling on this whole counter picky meta? I feel like that's what we're sort of steering into with everybody picking up new characters.
I think it's actually really nice that people are doing that, because sometimes it's just like not your fault, right? Even though it's a losing matchup, like you can lose a matchup with a character who has a losing matchup and it be your fault. But sometimes it's just like how much can you do, right? So it's like, if you have another character in the bag that will make it easier for you, go for it.
Hey guys.
A counter pick isn't supposed to be
Baller's here.
I was gonna say, a counter pick isn't supposed to be a shoe-in for giving you like a counter pick to a winning matchup isn't supposed to be a shoe-in for giving you the game. It's still a gamble. It's still a shot. And so it's like,
Facts.
if the chips are already down, take a risk.
So
Vapor, is that why you went? Is that why you went Yoshi?
That's why I went
yes,
Mega
because
Man
it worked the last time. It was very agitating. That because like there's the expectation of like, okay, I did this before, you can do it again. So I kind of just went for it. And then even though game 5, I was like, I should totally switch back. My mind kept flashing to the third game where I got bodied, so I just did it. But yo, I can't front. Seeing those sets with Charvy and Extra, definitely heartbreakers, because I know a lot of them were like lost stock. And I remember when I was watching the stream, he had a moment where he did EG dash off the platform and wanted to get like a back air, but he didn't quite get off the platform and he just inputted F smash.
Literally, I was
That
so
hurt
sad.
so bad.
I was
Bro.
so sad. Well, he lost the set off of that.
Yeah, practically. But live and learn once again, I guess. And I learned from this tour, you kind of just have to trust your guts. But mind you, it was a 50-50, and even though I'm sure, for example, Charvy may have thought like, okay, let's say his Mega Man, because we know Charvy has a Mega Man, and Mega Man ZSS is one of those iffy matchups that really hasn't been explored, because we've seen Piano and Extra go at it, and that has been close every now and then. So it's like a possibility, but like Charvy said, it's not like a guaranteed coin to like taking the game or having an advantage. It's literally a gamble. So I can't say I like regret staying Yoshi, because look, I could have not got quadruple up period on the first stock and somehow won. I wouldn't have regretted anything then. So it's like you just have to make your bed and lie in it. God. I might actually cry.
All right. Well, while you cry, I am going to take my leave. Thank you, PikaPlayer, once again for streaming this tour. Charvy for doing what no man could.
For playing. Thanks for playing.
Thanks.
And once again, good set, Charvy. Our set was awesome, by the way, Charvy.
Thanks for the time.
Chat, don't forget to
thank
enter
you,
on your
Skidren.
Eli.
Yeah. So now it's 3 sorties and a chibi and a call.
So basically 4.
Dude, I don't know if I'm.
3.5. 3.5.
3 and their cousin.
And the
Yeah.
half is Isaac, by the way.
Yeah.
3 and their cousin. 3 and their cousin. They bring around because he's chill.
Oh, brother.
Nah.
But yo, I'm gonna see if I can really put the hammer to the nail and try and get that
Good
stream
luck,
for.
Thank you, Piano.
Oh.
What?
He came in like 3 times before this, like in between sets, and he was just like, "Hey, just so you know, we're all counting on you. Good luck," which is an airplane reference, and I find that really funny.
Oh, that is kind of hilarious.
He did that like before. Before
W
like,
piano.
he did that like in between the first and second sets. I think when we switched to losers, I think he did it, and then I think in between losers finals and grands. I think that's also when he did it. I mad funny. All I have to say, as they say.
I'm glad Piano joined. I'm glad he joined my tour today. And yeah, the season really is over, bro. That's crazy. Season's out.
Yeah. Feels like it just blitzed by.
Yeah. Damn.
Azu,
probably
I have a question.
Probably like the
Mr.
only
Azu.
thing I did that was like really good this season, because I didn't really enter much.
Yeah, you didn't. But yeah, you got some work in, so it's all good.
Azu, what do you think of my Lloyd?
Loki. You know what? You asked Charvy. My bad. I was thinking about it. Sorry.
What was the question?
What do you think of my Lloyd? Do you like my Lloyd?
What do I think of your Lloyd? I don't know. I didn't really have any thoughts coming into it.
Did you have any thoughts coming out of it?
Actually, there was. I kind of lied, because there was one thought coming into it. I was just like, I was wondering why he did this, because, Sushi doesn't really beat me with her Lloyd either. So I was just wondering, like, what's going on there?
Sushi and I played.
I thought it was a noble act what you did, but unfortunately, I had to, get down to business.
Hey, you're not getting me the next time though when we play that matchup. Trust. Because we'll play it in 50 years.
It's actually, I think your Lloyd is valid. I'm not gonna lie. I think your Lloyd's valid. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like you never know.
It's so chibi coded. It's so chibi coded. I go for so many down airs.
I feel like I'm like 0 for 10 on Rainbow Route, bro. I am terrible on that stage.
That's my one stage.
Like I remember there was a set. What is it? It was. What is it? It was me versus Vapor, actually. Funnily enough.
Oh.
And Vapor went 2-0 up. I came back 2-2. And on game 5 he picked Rainbow.
I remember that now. I remember typing R.
I was like, no, this is over. I lost, bro.
Oh my goodness, that's crazy. Oh, But yeah,
But I'm
do
pretty
we
sure.
have PR predictions?
Oh, I wasn't really paying attention. All I know
Oh.
is that Jmac will probably be number 1
Yeah,
because of the issue with Gert. But at least I'm glad Gert's back.
yeah.
I think that I am 8th.
You
I
might,
don't
you
even know if
might
I'll
be.
make it. I don't even know if I meet the threshold.
You made 4 tournaments. I think the PR requirements this season are actually like 2 or something
Oh.
crazy like that, which I think is stupid. If Godly gets on, okay, no, but he entered performance. Never mind. That would make sense. But I'm gonna say like, oh, and Do getting on with 2, I think would be kind of criminal.
I mean, considering how things are nowadays,
And one of them
I
was a
think
win.
it's just like a let it slide moment.
One of
Because
them was a
especially
straight up
since he
win.
did well, so it's like a let it slide. I can
I
tell
wouldn't-
Tiller
Hi,
purposely
real though.
put it
Hi, everybody.
Hey,
Yo.
Piano.
J piano. Because like I'm sure even if he said to 3, he would have let Do slide because of the performance. So I'm sure he just like made
I
it
would
to
never.
ahead of time.
I would never, me personally. You gotta meet the requirements that everyone else gotta meet.
True.
Well, that's why he made it too. And there we have it. I mean, he beat enough people, so I think it's valid.
Ah,
Jmac, Godly, Tiller, come on.
he didn't fight me though.
Yeah, he didn't. Maybe he should have.
Yeah,
He didn't play
maybe
me either.
maybe he should have showed up like any time between those 2 tournaments that he played at, and like maybe fought me. Just
He's
thought.
super busy with work and shit, so that's
Well, I
why.
would just not do that. I would just not do that
Dang,
if I was him. I would commit
prioritize
all my
the
time to a
flash.
silly
Same
flash game.
category. I just got my
I
job
see.
this past week, so
Let's go,
That's a dub.
Piano.
W.
yeah. Finally, I'm employed.
W.
Awesome.
W for sure.
Yeah, that's a fun tournament to watch.
Yeah, I liked it. I
I'm
will
surprised because
definitely.
I was expecting the tour I was in today to be the one I was going to watch today, but then I saw it's this one. But hey, I still watched.
Yeah. I will get the ball rolling on today's tour tomorrow as soon as possible. So yeah.
Yay.
And then once
I
I heard once Maddie settles in wherever she's moved to, she'll get the Flash Corp stream going too. So we have a week ahead of us. We're starting
Yeah.
off July pretty good.
And
It'll be fun.
I've got a LATAM tournament in the works.
There we
soon
go.
to
See?
get streamed. They just contacted me like
I
in the
gotta
middle of this
say,
tournament.
I still find it very funny how basically I have just stopped joining tournaments and I'm still getting PRs every
Yeah,
season.
literally. You're just like, oh, I feel like playing, and then you just do your thing.
Yeah.
That's a
This season, I've joined 3 tours. Every single one, I've gotten top 8.
W.
Yeah.
W.
2 bacon wins.
Twice were 4th places.
I've
Seems
gotten
about right.
I've gotten 3 4th places, if that means anything.
You know what you are actually?
A chicken
In
sandwich.
the most endearing way possible, Piano. And this applies to another player as well. Solus. Y'all are party crashers, bro. That's what y'all are.
Real. Holy shit, real.
True.
Real.
True.
Soulless too. That is
Just show
actually
up and start beating people up, bro. Just randomly. I was like, who hurt you?
I'd
it's
also
like,
I'd also put
it's like this guy's here.
I'd also put Akashu into that camp.
Agreed.
Personally.
Real. Oh, shit,
yeah.
yeah. I feel like I can think of someone else, but
Hira.
probably those three are the biggest.
Hira.
As in like huh?
Hira.
Oh yeah, he's one too. I need to just look at the damn. Okay, Zaire.
There's
I'm
one. Prolific, technically one.
No, I wouldn't say prolific.
I think if Prolific is like on the cusp.
Clean.
I was
Yeah,
I was
Zach,
thinking
give
that
it up.
too.
It's like everyone that usually just
Yeah,
gets
cool.
like honorable mention or like you know, less than double digit
Yeah.
tournaments entered.
Oh, Jake, bro.
Eonarch.
Maybe not to the extent of
Bob.
some of them. Even though he's had some good runs, I wouldn't say currently
Kiwi.
he's. Well, earlier this season he wasn't like locked in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But like
How about Billy Bob?
Prime Jake, yeah, you definitely have to worry about down B and all sorts of like he was a threat, and you had to respect the Lucario.
Of course. I'm still surprised our set has 500 views. Who's watching
Really?
that?
Wait,
Yeah,
you versus
our
Jake?
Summit 3 set.
Oh,
versus Jake.
I have no clue.
Summit did do pretty good clicks wise.
Yeah, I did. But like,
You think the tough comms carried?
you mean Toph?
No, Toph was not on that. Because Toph only
Yeah,
started top 8. Which means he actually did commentate me, but it was me versus
Scene.
AK, which was a wash.
Moment.
Happened.
Every
Has-
game was like last
Nice.
stock, but it's a 3-0, so the records will never show it.
Has there been any announcement of
Scene.
like whenever the next like summit is, Summit 7 or whatnot?
Isn't it like November-ish?
Is it?
I heard that.
Hmm.
I think.
I still find it funny how I've been to Summit twice and I've gone 0-9 in games both times.
I don't really do well at summits either.
Yes, but you've at least taken a game. I'm the only person in Summit history to attend a summit and win 0 games, let alone 2 summits.
Yeah.
You know,
Damn.
I find that kind of funny.
Maybe you could have gotten one if I actually decided to play you.
What?
What if you get started? People
Remember,
watch my gameplay.
did I not give you a DQ?
No. I was in the pool with Billy and Zashi, I think.
No,
wait, no.
I'm
You
talking
mean
about
outside of
in
top 8?
bracket,
Yeah.
in the main bracket. Yeah, I gave you a DQ.
No, I think I would have been.
Like, I think I got
would've been
so
3-0
tired of
anyways.
waiting. I was just like, bro, no one's here. There's like no hype for this.
I was right there.
I've been
though.
waiting forever.
I was right there.
Are you
though.
talking about 5 or 6? Summit 5 or
Five.
6. I was in
The
here for
goofy
5,
one.
so I have no idea what happened.
I don't either. Honestly,
Mm.
I don't know. 5 was just kind of messed up because I was in the pool with 2 DQs and Godly, so I started winner side somehow, and then I fought
Scene.
I think Jmac. I can't remember, and then I fought Prol on loser's side top 8 somehow, and I went Ganon. I should have taken a game. My Ganon's nice. I should have won.
The fact that the like the moment I got at Summit 3 came from a mistake always kills me. Cause y'all know what happened, right?
The back air.
No, yeah. That
The
clip.
drop
but
down
yeah,
back air?
that's not what I'm talking about. What happened was I actually lost to Bowler, right? I lost to Bowler in pools,
Mhm.
but they put it as me beating Bowler. So they
Oh
put me in the
yeah,
third
I
main
remember
bracket.
that. Yeah.
Oh yeah, wasn't that Summit 4 or 3 or something?
That was 3. That was 3.
Three,
And I
yeah.
remember that. 'Cause,
Yeah,
like,
they
they
mixed
just
it up.
assumed that you
And-
beat Bowler. And
Mm.
I was like,
Well-
dude, why do we not like check this before?
Yeah, that was what happened. Looking
That was
back.
the moment
and then
that
they just
maybe-
seeded it.
Yeah.
They seeded it into Bowler, JMI, and Charvy Jake or something. Yo, I
Yeah.
can't front. Bowler has coincidentally always got screwed over whenever he joins competitive. I remember he was in SCL, and he pretty much made like a meme crew. I think it was Granola Bars of Doom.
Yeah.
And I think their very first crew battle, it was versus Stupid or stuff. I just remember it clearly-ish. I can't.
Was it like
me
my
see.
team with Ladner?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't SK. It was Stupid Stupid Vortex. Stupid
you
Crimson,
mean
Tanooki.
SCL?
The crew.
I thought you were talking about
Oh,
Stupid. The
yeah.
5v5.
crew Stupid.
The crew's stupid.
No. SCL. All I know, it was like a really laggy like first round, and then it ended up being like some DQ that didn't make sense, and like it was just really a horrible like first crew battle, and he just never played it again. I was like, dang. So,
Hmm.
as much as he's moved on to Framemakers, I kind of get why he's a bit tired of the whole SF2 thing.
I mean,
in a
he
way.
is #1 in Framemakers, and like that game's actively
Yeah.
getting supported.
He got it. Yeah.
All I'm saying, man.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, what yo, if let's all take a shot and guess when we think we're getting this patch.
No,
like
I
a
don't
genuine
care.
guess. You don't want to do that?
I do not
no.
care enough.
October.
Christmas.
October.
Can I be over optimistic and say we're still getting it in the summer?
No, yes you can.
No.
I just don't believe it.
My hope is just that
Yeah.
it's after September.
Yeah, you will be on that hill alone, brother. But you can be on that
Dang.
hill if you would like to.
I have
Hey bro, all I know, there was a summer I was in 6th grade, 9B dropped sometime in July. I remember seeing the intro scene with like ZSS and shit, and then Marth and Chibi got added to the game. I was like, hold on, this is clean. and then I played on the new Pokemon stage.
Yeah.
Silphco? Dude, Silphco was
Silphco.
so good. They need to bring it back.
I remember when bait. I was like, yo, wait. Why is there a flaming 2 here, bro? Why is there a flaming 2 on the loading screen?
I wish they
Hate
didn't
it.
remove it, bro.
I think it was too
Man.
buggy for computers though, because like they would keep just moving left and right and stuff, just walking in place.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I remember that now. That's exactly what happened. Yeah, the
Because I
CPUs
used
were
to
just extra
play.
trash.
That was all I did back when I played. You know, SSF2 9B.
That's the reason
back in,
why
like,
I played Lloyd
2016.
for so long. Because I just played Lloyd versus CPUs. Character was crazy.
I used to like doing Mega Man. You know when you had Brick and then the portal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was so peak.
The
And his
portal
throw
was
animations
fun.
were. I like his old throw animations. I wish they just implemented a few
Bro,
things
that
about
forward
it.
throw was so awesome.
No,
Even though it was
personally, for me, it was the Thunder Punch thing. Oh
yeah,
my
that's forward
god.
throw.
Oh, that's fourth. I thought it was back throw. Yo, that fourth throw was literally the hypest thing ever, bro. Like
With Mega Man?
Yeah.
yes, that shit was too tough, bro. I'm so sorry.
Dude, I liked his
I
down
still
throw
think
back
when
in
Mega Man
9B.
back row should use Brick.
Right, like just
change
add
the
a little
animation to
extra
that.
spice. Yeah,
Yeah,
just do that.
his old back throw was a
The
weapon
chain.
from Mega Man 5, Napalm Bomb. It was a bomb, remember?
Okay.
He threw you back into a
Just
bomb.
do the same thing but with Brick and make that back row. It's use the same stats, just change the animation.
Literally, just a tad, a bit of a tweak would be nice, just to see it again. I miss it, man. We'll see, maybe.
Harvey, you still gotta learn how to do pellet cancels like me.
Mhm.
ZSS was just not the matchup to do those for me. I don't know.
I did it before against Extra.
did you-
I literally did like 50% in 2 interactions each.
Wait, you went Mega Man in the first set, Charlie?
I went game 3.
Oh.
I was like, bro, I'm getting cooked here. I have no ideas. I gotta
So
throw
wait.
something out there.
I should probably check what happened, but I didn't even get to see that first set. I only watched.
I started Marth, then went Ichigo, then went Mega Man.
Yeah, it was Marthichi Mega Man.
That's valid. You pretty much like tested the waters with all your recent.
It's because you knew he was gonna get to
actually against
Grands.
Extra in the past.
Hmm.
Say that again, Piano?
Oh, I did not click end the tournament.
I swear I had a set against Extrovert in the past.
You have, I believe,
probably.
you
I think it was
narrowly
best of
lost.
year.
I think
one was
you
it?
just lost. I think that's what it was. From what I remember.
It was called You Just Lost?
I think that was what happened. Or no, I might be thinking of I think I'm thinking of the set versus Boki where you just lost.
Point being,
I don't believe.
think they
I don't
played the
believe
best
you've had a set in a PR
See.
tournament versus him before.
what?
Yeah,
I
I must
swear
be
I
thinking of
do.
you versus
Oh,
Boki.
maybe it wasn't a.
I
Maybe
feel
it
like
wasn't a
I've
PR
seen it.
tournament. That might have been
I
it.
feel like I've seen that.
No. Mars said true.
Yeah, it might have been like one of the Gangshin weeklies between like the end of 2022, beginning of 2023.
But honestly, a fine matchup. I honestly think it's fine.
That makes one of you.
'Cause- What?
I don't know, man. I played Chibi. That matchup's like -1. It doesn't feel good.
Because zoning against ZSS doesn't really feel different from zoning against any other character because ZSS's best thing to get in is a full hop and an invincible full hop.
Yeah, true, I guess.
So I'm just like, I'm already covering that as Mega Man anyway because the best way to get in versus Mega Man is to full hop. Like he's really bad at covering kind of like that overhead.
Did you see me fight against what was it? Jmac today because it was not fun.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no.
It's tough. A character with 5 jumps covering the overhead against that, it's just too tall of a task.
Not just that, but the fact that with RC dashing, you just get zone bursted so easily. It's so painful.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's just how it'd be.
I like how this eventually went from a tournament stream to now a podcast stream.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just here, man. Like
Let's go,
Pika brought me
Skidren.
in. Like you know your mom goes shopping with you and like she talks to her friends for like the
And you're
next
just
2
sitting
hours.
there.
And you're just standing there. I'm just here, man. You brought me in, and I can't find a good point to leave.
Even though the second set was a little better, I was just kind of like, I kind of realized my problem a little. Like the problem that was kind of overarching both of those sets is that I was way too pragmatic around like the kill time. Around time to kill, I was just way too pragmatic. So I was just getting kills. I was just getting kills at like 150, 160, even 200. I'm just like,
I'm sorry.
realistically, I feel like I should have been going for the jugular at those percents.
I'm sorry. I just can't believe that we just completely ignored Skidren's comment.
I am so sorry.
You guys kept going.
I
It's
am
cool,
so
man.
sorry.
Whatever. Listen, I'm just here, man. I'm wasting time. It's alright.
I'm
Yeah,
done
yeah.
with that anyway. So
Hey.
whatever you want to say,
Anyways, cool, man.
say it now.
Listen, thanks for having me on.
Whatever you want to say, anything at all. Well, not anything, but almost anything. Say it now.
Cool, man. Potatoes. I don't know.
Yo,
listen-
let's go.
Yeah, listen. I mean, thanks for having me on, man. Like, I don't
thanks
know.
for
I
being
showed up for
here.
one game. That was it. Like, yeah.
And it was
I
the
think
best games of the
elite.
tournament.
You guys can have your podcast. You guys can. I showed up
Yeah.
for grands, and that was it.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You were very valuable in aiding the commentary, Skidren. We value and
have fun.
appreciate your work. You have a good one.
All right, thanks, man. No worries. Yeah, no, I'm not really a big of a thing for me. I'm pretty much free for this entire week. So yeah.
Swag.
Well, cool, man.
Tomorrow is the next tournament stream.
Yeah, go help Vapor or something. I don't know.
Oh,
I don't even
God.
know when it will be. It's probably gonna be like 5 a.m. your time or something.
Yeah, listen, man. I'm just gonna leave.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave before I got dragged into something. All right. I
Yeah.
can't wake up in the morning to
Tomorrow, have fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'm
don't know
usually doing commentary for quite a good amount of these tournaments, but I literally couldn't for this one because I'm just like, bro, it's gonna be I'm never gonna get to talk. It's gonna be me all over it.
Dude,
It feels like me and tomorrow, actually.
bro, you know what sucks about being like a competitor and then being like one of the few streamers is that like you can also like never like commentate consistently because either you're streaming like a big tournament and like you need to focus on like streaming it, or if you do have like the time to commentate, then like sometimes it's your own sets and you can't commentate the full thing. So it's like you have to like intentionally like sabotage yourself and like not enter tournaments if you want to be a commentator.
Well, then.
I know that sounds really self-absorbed and stuff, but like the struggle is real.
Yeah,
struggle is very real.
You know, you don't think about other people.
It's like,
No, man, I'm
shoot, I gotta throw my set versus Quackus and then throw my set versus Danik or whatever, so that I can commentate this top 8 that nobody's gonna watch anyways. Oh, the dilemma!
Oh.
I can't believe it.
Well, yeah, cool, man. I'm gonna head out. So have a nice time, fellas.
Yeah, peace out. Have a good
All
one,
right, man.
Skidren.
It's up to you. See you around.
So it's just us, the Three Stooges.
It is truly the three of the Stooge.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, any tournaments next season y'all are planning to go to or anything of the sort?
Probably.
Considering now I have a job and I'm waiting on patch, no.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
I don't know if there's anything after. Well, I'm already in something actually.
I'm pretty sure there's at least Sunshine Smashdown coming up in.
Oh, actually, no, wait. There is a live that. I am going to a tournament soon.
Yeah.
I'm going to Supernova,
Oh yeah, true.
which is going to be fun.
You're talking about like going, like event tournament.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to be at Supernova.
Nice.
Well, the only one I
So
can
that's
really
gonna
go
be
to is
fun.
Gummel, and I already missed my chance. So
Just make Gummel too.
I went to Let's Make Big Moves back in 2020. That was a nice, great tournament. And I saw the 2023's LMBM was also amazing.
So my
Or was it
only tournament
2024?
experience is the
One of
Gummel
those.
from last year.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. Besides that, all I've been doing nowadays is, especially now this week starting, it's just work, go home, rest a little, and if I want some recreation, I just play RegTech.
Mm.
Mm.
I've been trying to enter some ult tournaments lately in my region too, but it is what
Yeah.
it is. It's kind of small, and I'm not really like traveling out to any majors just yet, considering I only really started playing in like January. So
I had a blast at Gum, but funnily enough, that was also the point where I realized, yeah, I really don't want to go any further with this game, even though I had such a good time.
with ult,
Oh no, yeah. Ultis. The thing with me in Ultimate is just like I can't play with a controller. Controllers I hate so much.
I don't hate playing it. It's just what is it like? I don't hate playing it, and it's not because this character or people play like this. It's just
No, I just don't like
didn't
the
have the
engine.
resources. And I was just like, what can I do here?
yeah.
Yeah, I like the engine for Ultimate is fine if you're used to it. It's the issue is just that when you're not used to it, or you just like certain aspects that are more high APM, like I am, you just cannot play ult. It's just it gets too sticky. Like it's
Mm,
weird with melee. It's unresponsive. With
correct.
Ultimate, it's just
Too
sticky
responsive.
basically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What was I trying to
like
say?
everything. Yeah.
I actually really uh like spacing in Ultimate and playing neutral in general. I think it's actually really fun in Ultimate. You know, if there isn't just like some I hate you and everything you stand for move that you're playing against on a character.
Yeah. It's like I feel like
Yeah, I
the
like.
high tiers of
Yeah.
Ultimate are fun to play against the top tiers, and I know I'm contributing to that because I play Aegis, so
Aegis is the character that is fun to play, but not fun to fight against, as well as not fun to watch.
yeah. So
Yeah,
it's like Chibi Robo. Woo!
Yeah.
and Chibi's funny. I don't dislike fighting Chibi. The only characters I actively dislike fighting is Sora, Isaac, and probably just out of PTSD, Ichigo as well.
Yeah,
Mm.
I think for me it's like Sora, Ichi, maybe Marth, maybe Zero Suit.
My bad.
Zero Suit and Marth, I have no issue
It
with.
is your bad, Azu. I'm glad you acknowledged it. We can work together to
Yeah, like
try and move towards a brighter future than this.
oh, wait, no, I forgot. The worst character I hate fighting is Meta Knight because Meta Knight.
Nah.
Meta Knight's just like a
I
character where
forgot
like I
about
would
that.
hate fighting him if he was more common, but it's like, ah, you know.
It
For me,
sucks because
it's
he was
always
properly nerfed in last patch. Like the last patch he was touched, he was properly nerfed. He's a lot more balanced and fair. It's just my matchup against him sucks so much that it's literally. I have to make sure I try so hard to make sure I just don't get four stocked every game because it's that difficult, really.
Yeah.
what was I trying to say? It's always been both Samurai for me.
Oh yeah, true. I think Samus is annoying, like the regular Samus, but I don't ever really worry about Quackus. So
Okay.
When Zaire was sweeping up tournaments in like what 2020, 2021 with that character, that's when I thought, yo, this character is messed up. It wasn't even extra, funnily enough. It wasn't even Gert.
yeah,
That's funny. Yeah. I actually just fought Quackus today, and that was a fun game or set. I mean,
first time I've ever heard
it's
those
weird.
words uttered.
It's not
No, seriously,
Also Mario.
Mega Man Samus is an actually fun matchup because it's an even matchup. It's pure even, but it's a fun matchup because it's mostly heavy punish when you're in close quarters and just zoning, like knocking the other opponent off with projectiles
what?
for edge
You know
guarding.
what, Piano?
That's actually really fun.
I agree. I actually quite like that matchup.
Oh yeah, it is actually really cool because like when I fight against Quackus, basically one of us destroys the other in close quarters, and then we try to like knock them off stage. That's about it.
Mm.
It's like like Samus, it's F smash,
But
not
yeah.
smash,
Both
fair, up
Samurai,
smash.
Mario.
Yeah,
Also any character who's like, basically there are characters I have in a bracket where I'm just like, you're gonna waste my time, so I'm just not gonna enjoy it. Like Beatty, if I play
Yeah.
against Beatty, I'm like, bro, this character is just gonna slow the game down to a screeching halt, and this character's not even gonna be a threat to me. So it's like, what's the point?
The funny thing about BD, I literally fought Mischief Waluigi's BD today, and
Oh yeah, I
I
saw that.
realized in the first game, I was enjoying myself so much, and then towards the end, I was like, I looked at the timer, and I said, wait, why is it 2 minutes left?
Like a character like Chibi
was
also
like-
kind of eats time, but also I'm like, there's some jeopardy here.
Yeah.
There's a chance he could actually kill me. There's a
Yeah.
Because
chance
he's
I could
actually a viable character.
So yeah, the satisfaction of like overcoming that is there. But like with BD, it's just like, all right, you've just wasted my time. Why did I ever enter this tournament?
Yeah. I think for me, like, the issue is, like, not with those characters, like, when they're in tournament, but, like, whenever I want to play friendlies versus that character, it's just, like, it's just gonna be so slow. Why would I bother? You know, it makes me not really want to play friendlies most of the time. It's like, there's very few...
It's funny.
There's not a lot of characters that really like fighting in friendlies anymore.
I don't really play friendlies. I play randoms online, but I don't call that friendlies. I just call that, like, online practice.
That's enemy
That's
leagues.
all my
I don't
practice.
really know. Because there's so many ways to just matchmake. I'm just like...
Yeah.
So, look, straight up, whenever I want to play /2 that is not in tournament, all I do is I just make a 1v1 lobby online and play randoms. 9 times out of 10, that actually is pretty good practice.
Yeah, that was the OG way to get good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was not
And,
really
like,
matchmaking stuff set up for a while.
And I know that's matchmaking stuff now, but honestly, when it comes to like my interests and like time zones and now work, I would just make a lobby online. Most of the time, there's a bunch of players who I know from experience that are like as good as like top 10, top 20 PR who just never even touched tournaments. Period. Who are like, oh, I fight this player, I recognize this name. Oh, this will give me good practice.
People
And it's
realize that's what Gert
Yeah.
was before he actually got into the community.
Oh yeah. Who else? Freaking Wild for You is an example of a player who I fought in randoms online, who's really, really good. I got a lot of practice
What is
there.
it? They're in the servers. They're not really like crazy active, but I know they're here. Sometimes they matchmake. I think more so the
Oh, yeah.
regular matchmaking channel, I'm pretty sure. Instead of like the ranked one.
Talk about Wild?
Yeah, Wild for You, yes.
Yeah, because it's funny. I first ran into Wild when they first joined the Clio Gaming's Discord, right? And I was like, oh, this person's like really good when I fought them, and then, but I was good with them. Like I beat them though, and then later on, a couple of months later, I fought them again, and now they were like even. And then another time I fought them later, I was like, they beat me pretty hard. And then later on again, I beat them. It's like really cool seeing someone else who just came out of nowhere kind of see their natural growth. And it's like, yeah, you would be amazing in tournament if you ever joined types like mindset. What I keep thinking with all these type of players, it's just wow.
Mhm.
I see that in chat someone mentioned about Wild for You as well.
Yeah, I don't think I've played them ever,
I feel
but
like
I have heard a lot of stuff.
yeah, I feel like I've played them maybe like once or twice. I don't remember though because I don't remember anything ever.
Oh, there's also Undead. It's another player who's like extremely good when I've fought them. It's a main. Undead for some reason is like as destroys me as much as like Godly does, which is incredible.
Mhm.
Like it could be alts, who knows? But like I severely doubt it's alts because sometimes he's just there's just a whole scene of Flash 2 that is competitive. That's just not tournament.
Yeah.
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 What else? What else is going?
I don't really know. I've said before that like I'm probably gonna step back from Flash after like September-ish. I think I'm just like I think if patch drops around September, then like maybe I'll stick around for a bit longer, but I don't really know.
Yeah, the biggest just thing is there's always been this sort of aspect of the Flash scene that's basically the
You can never really retire.
I guess both that, but I was going to say more along the lines of like leadership positions. Always have this like sort of. I try to help the community. I do too much for the community in a way, and by the end of it, you kind of like get backlash from helping so much. If that makes sense. Like
yeah,
I've noticed that with JMI. I've noticed with Monty. I noticed with you. I've noticed even partly with me because like I was doing stuff with the advertising, for example, when it comes to like the Flash tournaments or the doc back in like 2020, 2021,
Yeah.
whatever.
I remember
And
you
like
playing games
that
with
led
Fatality.
right, and that like and initially it was, and I like again, it was like, oh, everybody was like very much like supportive of what I was doing. It was like very much like great that you're kind of like experimenting around. Nobody really was like saying to not do it or whatever. But like yeah, down the road, like I remember from not that recently, not that long ago. I mean, I think it was brought up like with Coney was did like a Tony tier list, right? And it's like he said he's not touching Flash 2 ever. He's not playing. He doesn't want to touch Flash 2. And I think there's like some Twitter reply about like people who are like really into Flash 2. I remember that guy like I was like, was that related to me and what I was doing back in 2022 and stuff, trying to get more people to look into the scene and all that. I was like, nobody told me not to do it, and people was like, were kind of encouraging it. So like, you know, why come at me for it when I'm just trying to help the scene, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But I mean I get it as well, like oh now it's negative, now I'm like back, like I'm upset, like you know, reactions type stuff. But yeah, it sucks when you're trying to like be like have a lot of that like responsibility and pressure at the top. Once you and then you just like you eventually want to just say I don't want to do it anymore and you just quit.
Yeah.
And it sucks when that happens, but yeah. I mean, I don't see myself ever quitting the scene in a sense because like let me put it this way. Mega Man as just a character design, as a character who I just love and don't have any other game that is remotely close to a playstyle or design to Mega Man that I would enjoy. To the point where basically if they actually severely revamp Mega Man in a patch, to the point where it's like you can't do lemonade confirms or you don't have pellet cancels or you can't do any of that type of stuff. I would probably quit Flash 2 like proper because it's most of my connection to the game does come from a character, funny enough.
Yeah, I definitely feel that way about Chibi too. I think like he's a really unique like plat fighter character design that I really can't find anywhere, at least in like a game with an engine that's as fun to control him in as Flash 2. And like that's primarily the reason that I stick to playing this game a lot, because Chibi really clicks with me and I don't really know any other characters that like in any other game, plat fighter or traditional fighter or whatnot, that would do the same, you know? So it's
Right.
just like, you know, this game is fun
I
for me,
was
and I like playing it,
yeah.
and I want to see the scene grow, but also it gets tiring
Yeah.
after a bit. So
I didn't really have a lot of like consoles and stuff, so this was kind of for the longest while. All
Azu,
like
you're
about
cutting
Yeah.
out a little.
I was just saying, I didn't have that many consoles while I was growing up. So like this is all I knew. When I saw Smash, and you see Smash always, and you're just like, oh, this is so cool. And this is like
Yeah.
this is like the gateway. It's
Yeah.
like the gateway for a lot of people.
Oh yeah. What else? Oh, regarding that, like one character that I was interested in. I have not tried yet because I don't have the game yet. But Fleet from Rivals 2
From Rival too.
looks somewhat close to how Mega Man plays. I'm not fully sure. I would just have to actually like look it up and try it. But how she interacts with Bo with the projectile, not to mention with whatever that tornado move that looks like kind of a water wave-esque move, does interest me.
Yeah.
So hopefully down the road I can try that out, but probably not now.
It's fair.
Back
Maybe
then,
Supernova, who knows?
I really liked zoners. That's why I played Mega Man. That's why in fact, I still do, because I still enjoy the little bit I play of Isaac. I played Hero in Smash Ultimate. And Hero was like the perfect character for because it's swordplay and it's zoning, which is also what I like about Isaac. But also Isaac is just his mechanics are so
Honestly?
weird. Like the high short hop, the floatiness. It's like this is too weird. Like
Yeah.
even Marth's floatiness sometimes is just like sometimes it just gets. So I'm just like having that all the time with Isaac. I feel like would just be too much.
Speaking about characters and having weird like stats, something I've always, whenever I did like non-main type games in like randoms online, it's this weird aspect. I don't know if other people have this, but basically, they're fast characters. So I'm talking about characters like Sheik and Falcon. There's like this weird aspect to them when I play them, where basically some days I feel I do really well with them in randoms, basically against random people, where I feel like I can control the character. I'm doing confirms, stuff like that. And then other days, I feel like taking, I'm controlling something that has like no breaks to them,
breaks,
basically. Where
Yeah.
yeah, where I just I can't control them at all, and it's like it feels like I overshoot everything. I don't know if other people have had that type of experience or not.
I used to have that for a while. I think like with Falcon, I just eventually just played him a lot and like kind of got used to it to where like it's not too big of an issue, even though I don't really pull out the Falcon that much in tournament right now. But I do definitely feel that with the characters kind of like Sheik a bit more. Some other characters just they kind of feel weird if like you haven't been playing them for a super long time and gotten used to like
Right.
how fast they can go, you know. Stuff
Yeah.
like that.
Yes, it's weird though, because it's characters who, in theory, you would probably connect with, because it's very melee-esque, right?
Yeah.
And with the engine being more of it's because like the thing what I would love to play for regards to melee is that if it had some frame buffer that was more than 0, ideally around 3 to 5, I would be playing that a lot more, and I would be enjoying melee a lot more. But and like that's what kind of like what Falcon is, or Sheik, or Fox, and so forth, in Flash 2. It's melee like gameplay, but with a buffer and keyboard controls, which I am very happy with. But for some reason, when I'm playing like Falcon or Sheik, lots less so, but mostly Falcon and Sheik, I just feel like I'm a train that can't stop. I don't get it.
I don't really have that problem. Well, Sheik is my best character of the 3, so even with the other 2, I wouldn't say I have that much of a problem. Besides, even though I don't like play Fox at all, and I don't think I ever would, because that character I feel like is just the antithesis of how I would ever want to play the game. So
Yeah. Fair enough.
But I would
Yeah.
say I don't have a bad time controlling because I'm already stopping myself a lot, even as a character like Marth and Ichigo, just to space.
Right.
No.
It's funny how much I don't space things.
Yo, you too?
What's up?
Yeah.
Yeah. I still find it so funny how much I've completely developed Mega Man, more or less solo in terms of tournament, but with craft in terms of design, like in terms of tech. But it's
Yeah.
still crazy though. Like, wow, I went from, and what's the craziest thing, and it kind of sort of upsetting, but not really, but still is that my best ever placing in tournament in a like a PR type sense was the year that I was the worst in terms of fundamentals and had the weakest version of Mega Man.
Funniest thing
That
is,
was like,
I think I know
why?
exactly what you're talking about. I think I know exactly which one you're talking about.
Yeah, my first ever PR was I was 15th in out of 20, and that was my best like peak, quote unquote. But that was before pellet cancels were a thing. Lemonade was sort of a thing, but was much more difficult and inconsistent. I didn't know anything about buffered pellet as a tech, so closing out stocks with that. I did nothing with my normals really. I did nothing out of shield. I literally was the worst of my fundamentals and worst of my tech stuff, and yet I still somehow got top 15. And ever since then, I've always been in the 20 range, mainly because I keep hitting myself in walls that are like so difficult matchup wise, that even though as I improve, they're still not really improving in those matchups, like with Meta Knight and Jmac, or Vapor and Sora, or Godly and Ichigo. Like those 3 are my main 3 bracket demons, and I just can't beat any of them. And it sucks because they are right now generally the most active, or at least one of those three are the most active in some capacity. And anytime I join a tour, they will get me into losers and or eliminate me, and it sucks.
Yeah.
But you're also talking about literal top 3 contenders. So how bad could that really be?
Yet those top 3 contenders being the only walls I get somehow keep me in like top 25 range for PRs is the thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
I mean, to be fair, that's also like I feel like it's a thing where like you enter a lot, you eventually get like to a point where you get your lucky bracket more often. So like kind of feels like a thing where like you just keep getting unlucky brackets every single time you enter, more so.
I don't know, because when I was more active in tournaments, I was having the same issues, and when I was less active, actually, I kind of done better results. Like in this tournament, this season, I've done only 3 entries, and every single one was top 8.
Yeah.
There
Which
are
has been
only
my
3.
yeah.
I'd say there are only 3 players right now that I feel like I would have to reach a new level to beat. Those are Gert, Jmac, Killer, actually, not Vapor or Godly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, Tiller's interesting because Tiller is. I feel like when I fight Tiller, I feel like I should be in a situation where I could win, or at least should make it fairly competitive. But Tiller's just such a great player that he's able to kind of like play around me very well. But it's because matchup wise, I know I can beat Fox because Mega Man Fox is more or less even, unless it's specifically a top player like Tiller, and then it's difficult. But like in terms like on paper, Mega Man has such good tools against Fox that I should generally do pretty well against it. But I did really well against Tiller back in Betaversary, but that was like the only time I have. And it's like, come on, I really want to get that breakout, you know?
Yeah, that's fair.
I mean,
Yeah.
it took a while for me. This is like one of the first times where I feel like I'm on the map. Like even though I feel like people always knew I was there, I was like, this is the first time where I feel like maybe you gotta take me a
I don't
little bit.
know. I don't know, because yeah, this is like one of your best results, sure, but you've always been a player who's been in that sort of top 15-ish, maybe top 20 at worst, but usually around top 15 for a while now, and I think that's like the category I wish I kind of was, but I'm not even up to that point yet. But yet you seem to have been there for a while now. Like, sure, this could help you break out to maybe like top 5, top 10, but it's still like that makes sense. Not to like discredit, but like you kind of have been one of the best players of the scene for a while now. You know?
Yeah, but it's like even though that feeling is nice, it's still like when you have that level for a bit, you're like, is this all I am? I want to go higher, right?
I get that. You know, the
I
competitive
feel like
spirit and all.
for the longest time, people have had the notion of me of just being like a a gatekeeper. You got to be a certain level to get past this point. But like,
Right.
I just don't want to be that. I want to be, you know, I want I don't know
Higher
exactly.
peaks.
Yeah, higher exactly. I just like this next season, if I'm able to, things are like if things are going well for me and in other areas, I'll probably try and make a push for top 10. I've never gotten that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, for sure. I do wonder what slash 2 will look in the future, though, between the patch and generally just the scene in general, because, like, I don't know, there's not much that I'm seeing of organization, mostly because people are still waiting on that patch. But, like, we've lost Mountain because of the whole controversy there with 2 hands.
Yeah.
JMI's, I think, still,
In Japan.
In Japan, and he's gonna be
yeah.
for a while. I think.
Yeah. I think Ender is no longer interested in Flash 2 anymore as
Yeah,
well.
he's kind of a bit on the fence.
Pika, I know you said that you're mentioning that you probably won't be interested or will be like
I
more
have
or
like
less?
2 more, maybe 3 events like lined up, and then in September I'm gonna focus more on studies more. I
Right.
think.
And it's like, yeah, it's like just it seems kind of the
And plus,
point where
I've been working on like
yeah.
running like EU and helping out with other regions and stuff like that. So
Oh yeah,
like it gets to a point where it's, you know, a lot,
it's too much. Yeah.
and I want to step
And it's
back
like
from
I
like
just
NA and all that.
right, and it's like I just don't know exactly where exactly the scene will go forward at this point. Not that it will die, but I definitely think it'll be in a sort of state not that dissimilar to back in 2021-ish, where basically it was less, I guess, centralized, let's say, where basically we had like tournaments done at random, usually every week, but like not like in an organized sense, and that just people showed up if they did, and we had like a minimum requirement to join, and or minimum requirement to be PRs, whatever. And it's like
Yeah.
Oh,
back in that time, yeah,
and
I could see that sort of
also
thing
what
just
I wanted to
coming up.
tell. That's also what I wanted to tell people. The top players of this time, like a lot of the top players of this time, Tiller, like Ender, Jmac, Vapor. If you want to put me in that bracket, sure, but we all came from the late 1.1 era. That was like 2019. By the way, not 2020, even though that's what Quackus. 2019, like I'd say from what I know, the deadest period in SF2 history. Late 1.1, what was tumbleweeds all over, bro. We were out here.
Oh yeah,
Let me tell you, we were out here checking, watching. We were here like, yes, 22, 23, 24. I remember it. You remember it too, right, Piano?
I remember. Yeah, it's funny because one of my big breakout tournaments of like, oh, who is this person? Way before I actually joined proper, like 2020, was one of Mischief Waluigi's tournaments actually, way back when.
Waluigi wear?
No, try to remember which one it was, but it was back in like 2018 or something, and I think I beat Oreo or one of the Oreos, I think, or it was because what was it that I was big in Anthers in
2018?
2018,
In
right?
2018, it was definitely Oreo Kex.
Yeah, I was
I
like,
don't think the other Oreo was playing around that time.
but yeah, it was basically in that time I was known in Anthers because I just picked up Mega Man and just shot the funny B button, and just the funny B button, and only the funny B button to get myself into gold rankings. And it's like, and then I had Bash who invited me to do some tournaments, and that's how I kind of first entered that. But then after I did a little bit of that, I didn't really get back into it until like proper in 2020 with Akoi back then at Hydro Prime. It was like that's when I started like sort of doing proper tournament stuff, like with what was it? Was it Mac? Not Massachusetts. It was Omelet. That's right. It was Omelet 2, where I beat who was it I beat again? Was it Akoi in that tournament? I think it was Akoi in that tournament where yeah, where she used both Bowser and Release Simon, and I beat Release Simon with Mega Man.
Yep, I was
And
there
I
for
was
that.
like, yep. And then I got to second place because I
Yeah.
did not know how to beat Pikachu
Yeah.
at all.
Who was
remember
it?
that.
It was JMac or C?
It was RC.
It was ours.
It was yeah. I just fought RC. And it was like, oh no, I am getting destroyed. I'm getting 06.
No, that
And
matchup
because
was
I was on winter
no,
side.
that matchup was so rough. In
It
1.1,
wasn't even
I
that it was
said it.
rough. I was just not good. I was not a good player back then. I just knew how to shoot the funny B button.
I mean, I guess, but it's both, to be honest, because even in one point when I was just like, yo, this is one of Mega Man's worst fetch. It's like I don't feel like I can do anything. And 1.2 Pikachu was not that much worse, if at all.
No, I mean, I don't know, because like with Pikachu, the thing that I always had trouble with Pikachu was the fact that I could not do punish, and I was so reliant on Mega Buster, meaning that I was so reliant on having no other attack or shield or anything while I charged Mega Buster and move around. It meant that Pikachu just had a free hit on me whenever they just off me up, for example, or literally jumped over me. Like my playstyle with there was so bad versus Pikachu that no wonder I was so bad against Pikachu, right? But nowadays, like even if I fought 1.2 or 1.1 Pikachu now, I would do much better just on the baseline of I'm better at the game, but also just because Mega Man's tools are pretty good against Pikachu as long as you know how to use them. And I just did not know how to use them.
At all. That character is not anywhere near what he used to be.
Oh yeah, he's Pikachu's nowhere near as good as it was back in 1.2 or 1.1, but still, I lost to Jamie back in what was it, Horizon earlier this year, I think.
Oh.
Yeah. But it was a close, 2-1 or something, or close to 2-0 or whatever. But it was still a difficult. It was a matchup, but Pikachu has strengths against Mega Man, sure, but it's not the same comparison to how it was back in 1.1 where I just didn't know how to use the character. And today I 2-0'd Jamie very commandingly, basically. Yeah, convincingly. And it's knowing how to use your character to kind of play around your opponent, and that's something I got much better at, unless it's specifically one of the 4 horsemen of Meta Knight, Sora, Chico, and I would probably say Isaac actually would be the other number 4. Yeah. That's funny though. Yeah. Have you been really talking an extra half an hour or hour past tournament?
For an hour. I've been recording for an hour.
Is this gonna be a VOD?
Yeah, sure.
Funny extra podcast moment.
Yeah, I'll just stick it up on the VOD channel because why not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Do.
It's funny though. I can't believe that the tournament stream I did today was muted the entire time.
You were?
I was when I was streaming. I did not realize my Streamlabs did not connect to my speaker or game audio. So
wow.
Basically, it was completely muted. No game audio, no microphone, nothing.
Shoot, that sucks.
Yeah, but hey, I still recorded fine. That was still the same.
Yeah.
So I have just a muted VOD.
For a stream as well, so.
Yeah.
Say again?
Is there a plan to stream that tournament anyway?
Yes,
I
tomorrow.
think Vapor's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vapor's doing it tomorrow.
So at least there's that consolation.
Yeah, there's at least that. But what sucks was because I was actually doing I was saying some funny things. Like when Quackus kept doing a Zaire on ledge in Rainbow Root because I was up by 2 stocks and they were at last stock, last hit. I was like, you gotta come up sometime, Quackus. You gotta come up sometime. It's I'm just standing here with Mega Buster. You gotta come up here sometime.
Dude, Samus Zaire at ledge is one of the dumbest things ever. Not even because it's
funny.
It is good. It's a valid strategy, but it's just whenever Quackus does it, I'm just man, come on, just get up and fight, It's I don't care, dude. Just play the game.
It's the same with what was it? It's the same when you have Game & Watch at ledge, or when you have some other character who's Pac-Man at ledge in Ultimate, for example. They're gonna be at ledge. Do not approach them at ledge. You will die. You will blow up. It is the wrong move. And just let them come to you. And the only thing you have to do is just make sure you don't go lose a lead beforehand, because then they'll just do that improper. One of my biggest issues back in 2020 was the fact that I did not know how to beat DK, because DK would just constantly grab ledge, and I did not know how to challenge that, because also in part Mega Man's recovery was ass because I couldn't recover.
Yeah.
God, I still can't believe that the entirety of Pelicancels and all the new stuff from Pelicancels came because I just wanted to push a suggestion so I can recover after shooting Mega Buster off stage. That's all I cared about. I didn't care about any of the other aspects of it. And it's boom, new tech.
I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, that was a big reason for me as well. But I was just why is this move so laggy? Why is the move that basically makes Mega Man one of his least intuitive moves?
Before Pelicancels, you either were a person who played purely neutral and not neutral, purely normal and proper, let's say, Smash heavy, whereas you played a Smash character. And then there was me, who just used Mega Buster and nothing else. And that's more or less the 2 play styles you had before Pelicancels. I mean, sure, there was Water Wave and there was Side B with Crash Bomb, but both were just like you spam them whenever you can, but not much else besides that. Now,
Yeah.
though, we got Lemonade, we got Pellet Cancels, we got Buffered Pellet, we got the shift pull, if anybody even wants to try doing that, even though it's not as useful anymore. But like, there's so much more stuff with Mega Man nowadays that's like makes it a proper, I would argue, well designed, well thought out character, just with a few weird quirks that makes him either very strong or very weak in very weird situations.
Yeah.
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 I would know what you were talking about if I played Mega Man, but I don't.
I just kind of wish his normals like helped him out in zoning a little bit. Like fair's good, I guess, but it's like it's very
Fair's alright.
minimal. It's very like minimal damage and like minimal reward for like what a move like that we usually do for other characters. Like think about it this way. Samus's zoning is not purely charge shot or missiles. In fact, Samus's zoning barely even has charge shot at all. It's just a kill confirm. But
Right.
But like,
It's
where does her zoning
mostly
come from? Her giant fair, her giant Zaire. Think about Isaac, his giant fair, his giant tilts. Like Mega Man doesn't
Yeah.
really have a move like that. That would like
But
really
it's
help.
funny. But the funny thing is that unlike those characters, Mega Man has 50% damage in less than 2 seconds because thank you, Lemonade, very cool.
I mean, Samus can also kind of up smash like
Yeah,
twice.
Samus can up
before,
smash, up smash,
and now you're
up
at
smash.
60.
Yeah, but it's not as cool, and it's also doesn't go nearly as hard.
Well, this is SSF2. You're not gonna get super cool stuff in this meta.
I mean, I find a lot of Mega Man stuff cool if I land it and actually string it into a kill instead of like go back to neutral.
I realized today. I played some 1.1. I played some 1.1 Kai today. I realized like I was getting so much stuff that I used to get back then, and I realized it's like the G2A stuff really mattered for me. And even though it obviously affected everyone, I was like the amount of stuff I'm getting now that I just feel like I can't get this patch. It's crazy to me.
Wait, when you say that, you mean like you were able to do more things in earlier patches or recent patches?
I'm saying in terms of the way I play, I got more stuff like conversions off of side B, or like something like water wave into an aerial or down air, something like that, right?
Right.
Like I feel like that was so easy for me because of obviously old G2A being better, and I never realized how much
That's
it
what you mean.
affected Mega Man. I'm like, Mega Man feels so much slower now.
Which is very funny because I play a Mega Man that's honestly very grounded if you think about it. Because most of my
Yeah, of course.
approaches, most of my approaches come from my entire game playing centralizes around Water Wave, basically. Not Mega Buzzer, but Water Wave. So I just try to set things up with Water Wave, and that's like your issues when it comes to like side B conversions. I just use via Water Wave instead, and it does work extremely well if you know how to get the inputs right and gets muscle memory. But and also, it honestly rewards way better than it was back in like 1.1. It's just you have to get used to it and like understand how it works and practice it.
Yeah.
I mean, you've seen what I've done with Mega Man. You've seen how crazy my confirms can be.
Yeah,
I
and
think
that is the thing
today,
about side
actually,
B, which I understand why like others are not as side B heavy. It is definitely out of the main Mega Man moves the hardest to use. It is the hardest to use, but I also think overall it gives the biggest reward because even if an opponent's comboing you, at some point they gotta stop. They're gonna explode, bro.
oh yeah,
No matter what. And if you got them in a good situation, they're gonna have to shield. They're gonna have to scramble around frantically, right?
right.
It is like the biggest. It's basically the money maker. It's basically the biggest opening creator that this
Yeah,
character
it
has.
is definitely a big opening creator. The thing is just that when it comes to specifically punish, not necessarily neutral, because like for sure, Crash Bomb is king when it comes to neutral, but when it comes to punish, it's definitely Water Wave hands down. That move is nonsense.
I
Let's
actually
say.
say it's the complete opposite.
Really?
I'd actually say it's the complete opposite because like Crash Bomb kind of creates Crash Bomb kind of like creates stuff that you can't really like get normally. Whereas Water Wave, I'd say, at least the way I use it, Water Wave is like, all right, all this ground is off limits. What do? I'm gonna cover that, basically.
Oh yeah, I mean I do
Yeah.
the same. I also do the same when it comes to coverage with Water Wave, but that's more of like, oh, now the ground is lava. But when it comes to Crash Run, like how you mentioned, when it comes to now you are suddenly have to do either stop fighting, you have to be very aggressive, you have to be very defensive because boom.
Yeah.
That I just view as more of a neutral tool because now they're stuck doing certain habits around Crash Bomber, making them worse in neutral. Whereas with Water Wave, if I land Water Wave on you, I can get a solid 30, 40, 50%, or even a kill at very early percents. Like, I'm pretty sure today, me against Jamie on Dreamland. Was either me against Jamie or me against Mischief, where I landed a Water Wave a Lemonade reverse Pelicancel Bear. That killed at like 90% on the left side of Dreamland, onto the right blast zone.
Yeah, very strong move.
That conversion from just Water Wave was able to go at a, like 90% kill you across Dreamland. That's crazy for Punish.
Yeah.
Also, I'd say the thing that for me separates side B from down B is I feel like at a certain percent threshold, down B kind of starts to fall off in its effectiveness, whereas at side B basically at high percent makes anything into a kill confirm, which is like such a big thing because how many things are really kill confirms when you don't have side B on? Not very many.
Yeah, I would sort of agree. Side B is definitely more consistent, but Water Wave still is surprisingly effective at higher percents for kill confirms. Like, what's funny? One of the confirms I've been doing more often that is actually really strong, that is really stupid, is just reverse facing Water Wave into Bear.
Yeah.
It's so funny when it comes to DI mixing, because like
I
suddenly,
don't know why
you
the move
can't
acts like
skip.
that. I have no
I don't
idea.
know why either. I just find it very funny, and I just abuse it so hard nowadays. Like, oh, you're gonna try. I'm like, you're at like 100% or 120% or 150%, and instead of me trying to get a Mega Buster, you're gonna eventually hit into Water Wave. Well, Water Wave will easily confirm into like Pelicancel stuff or Lemonade stuff, but try DI out of it. You can't. You'll get bared. Yeah. Funny character. Very funny character.
Agreed.
If only more people started using them, which seems to finally be the case because I now today learned about what was their name?
NECA 43.
NECA 43, yeah. Who looks like me, but like a worse version of me, but still like me, which I'm very happy about.
I swear.
Yeah, and there's also some others I saw too.
Yeah, I swear there was another. Does Roto play Mega Man?
Totoroto, yeah.
Yes.
Totoroto, yeah. I heard about him too. But it's funny because like it's like, wow, finally people are starting to use my character. I'm no longer the only one.
Gee, I sure wish I felt that way.
I mean, at least you had a history. You've had other people who used Chibi.
I have not.
Who did.
No, I've not. No, I've literally.
Ever since Cookies, there's literally been nobody.
It's literally just Cookies.
It's literally been nobody.
And if you want to be funny about it, you can say 10 Graves won a tournament in 2022 using Chibi in 4 sets, and that was like technically an EU major.
No, I swear I remember there was one top player who used Chibi back in 2021. I want to say.
If that was Chaos, then I saw one VOD of his, and it just looked like him playing worse Lloyd, basically. He was not chibiing at all.
That is the reason why I kept going with Mega Man for a while back then. I was like, there was nobody who was a guy at that time. Like, I think Piano was focused on something else because I know you played the patch before that 0.3, but I don't know. I didn't really play 1.1.
In what version?
I know you. I said I know you played 0.3, but I didn't really see you in 1.1.
Yeah. So what happened was that I was
And
playing.
Andrew to leave the community, so I was like, I want to be the guy for this character.
Right. So I was playing Anthers in 2018 to 2019, and I was just on Anthers. I really didn't do tournaments, but in 2020 is when I first started doing tournaments with Mega Man, and then I stopped doing it in late 2020. Started back up in early 2021. So like second half of 2020 I didn't play. Second half of 2021 I didn't really play. Oh no. The final third of 2021 I didn't play actually because I was playing in the summer. That's right. So that's kind of what happened. So more or less, during that 1.1 era, I was just doing it on Anthers. I didn't do it in tournaments. So I was still around. I just not really was into tournaments at all. Which is very funny because that's where I first met Danny, and now Danny is like a top Ultimate player, which is very cool.
Yeah, shout outs to Danny.
Shout outs to Danny.
He could get top 100 this year.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
no, yeah, for
genuinely,
sure.
he's like getting like first and second at like C tiers and stuff. You know,
Oh, yeah.
top 8ing a bunch of like regionals and like top 32 at like majors.
He's also
and
getting
stuff.
like game 5s with top 20, top
Beat the
30 players,
Buzz.
and beating the Buzz. Yeah.
Yeah. Who else has he beaten?
Siski.
Siski was last year, but yeah.
Oh.
Still, yeah.
It was at SmashCon. Yeah, I think.
Oh.
Who else?
There was another.
I know he was close against Sonics, I think, or far against Sonics.
He's beaten Apollo Kage and Chunky Kong.
I think he got close versus Onin as well.
Oh yeah, that's what it was. Onin was thinking of. Yeah, that was close. Yeah, I think I might. I'm not sure if Danny's going to go to Supernova, but if he is, I'm probably gonna meet him, which is cool.
I have no idea.
Should be because he's lives in I think Tennessee, so it should be close proximity.
Yeah, but I think he said something about like funds or something.
Oh.
It's like he's mostly going to stuff that's like closer in Tennessee.
I only met one other person at Gamo, which was Maddie.
Yeah.
Shout out her.
Yeah.
I did see a lot. I did see a lot of players. Like, and I was just like, you don't really see these guys like in person, even though they show their faces on like cams and stuff. I'm just like, why are all these guys shorter than me? What's going on here?
It's
like
so
I think when I was starting my bracket, like Meister was checking with the TO and stuff. I'm just like, I'm towering over this guy, bro. What is happening?
Oh right, okay. So I had a similar type of interaction when I went to Let's Make Big Moves. That's where I met Meister and the Buzz for the first times, and when I was with them, I was like, why am I so tall? I was like, wait, why am I so tall? It was like so weird. Like everybody was like that I kept seeing and sort of was like, it's just, it's that same mindset when you're like watching something for a while online, especially if something you grew up with conceptually when you were much younger, like in high school and middle school, that once you actually do it in person after when you're an adult, it's like, all right, I'm an adult. I forgot I'm actually an adult here, and that I'm actually not like short. I'm an average height person. So for people who are adults who are short, will look like adults who are short, which is so weird to me.
Like, who else did I see? I saw Spargo. Or a bunch of other guys. I just can't remember who they were exactly.
Let me see. I met in Let's Make Big Moves Mars, Larry Lurr.
Oh, I played against Riddles and Ouch. Yeah, that's right.
I met Riddles. I think I saw Spargo once, but I was like,
we played doubles, and our doubles partners DQ'd, so we had to fight Riddles and Ouch. Me and Maddie had to fight Riddles and Ouch.
Moment.
Oh, that's fun. Also, who else? I also saw Cosmos. I saw Nairo. I saw Tweak. Samsora, Wadi. Yeah, some redacteds.
Dang, that's crazy.
Like I'm just like hearing these. I was like,
Yes. Who else was that in the tournament? I said
those are
Black
certainly
Twins.
players. I'll tell you that.
Those are players.
I saw Black Twins there. I saw besides Black Twins, I saw Toast. I saw that's mainly the ones I can remember off the top of my head right now. I talked a lot with actually the Buzz a bit because the Buzz is really nice. He's just such a nice person.
Yeah.
And it's funny because afterwards, that's when I started showing Black Twins Flash 2, which he got a kick out of. Because you know what? The main thing that you show to an Ultimate player to get them hooked in any capacity is an astral clip. Like an astral
Oh, yes, yes.
combo
Yeah.
video.
I was gonna say either that or
That
Goku.
is.
They love the
That-
idea of Goku being in this game.
Oh yeah, that too. But no, it's astral because it's like this. That's the that's the what do you call it when it comes to drugs? Because I don't know this stuff. It's like
Gateway drug.
that.
Yeah.
It's a gateway drug to Smash Flash 2. It's an astral combo video because
It's either
it's
Akeshu or
well edited.
Starboy. One of those two.
Right. Right. It's well edited. Has great clips. Is Falcon, which is everybody kind of.
It's just
Everyone
neuron-
loves
see how
Falcon,
good-
but he doesn't exist in Ultimate.
It's just neuron activation, bro.
Everybody loves Falcon unless you play the game with that Falcon and they don't like Falcon.
No, I
But
actually
other
still
games
like
as Falcons they like.
I actually really like playing against Falcon.
I do too. Falcon is funny because it just big hurt box and big body means I can do 50-60% against Falcon very easily.
I hate fighting Akeshu so much, I just die instantly. It's like, I didn't even play.
It's funny. I fought against Astro once or twice in like friendlies, and it's just like I think I got into a clip show once because most of my neutral is just very anti-combo most of the time, which is very funny.
But also for me, I don't mind playing against
She's
her.
crazy.
First of all, she's my best friend, so it makes sense. I'm always gonna have fun playing her. Second of all, she's a don't get hit player, and it's like I've played against Gert, I've played against Jmac, I've played against Vapor, so it's like playing against a don't get hit player doesn't feel that new to me because I know what I can do to not get hit a lot of the.
Yeah. Who are you talking about though? Are you talking about Astro?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Like Jmac is for me the epitome of don't get hit is as Jmac for me right now. I cannot get hit by Jmac at all.
For me,
ever.
it's definitely still Gert.
Gert is Garth, right? Garth,
No,
right?
Gert is
Extra
extrovert.
Gert.
Oh, Extros Gert. Okay, thank
Yeah.
you.
It's just the name I call him. Me and
It's funny
Jmac.
because I mean it's funny. I fought against Extra in past, not in tournament, I guess, but in the past. And whenever I fight, it's not that bad for up the top one player in the scene, or one of the top threes. Probably the one I have the least trouble against. I want to say.
I mean,
with because like with Tiller's very well versed with fighting against me historically, especially when it comes to both Peach, Fox, Falco. He knows me basically, and then when it comes to JMac, I do very well against JMac when he's not using Meta Knight. It's really mainly Meta Knight at this point.
yeah.
Which is both like. Yeah, it makes sense. Best player with a character they're very good at will do the best with that character, but all at the same time, it's like, man, that matchup sucks. I don't want this.
It does. It does.
And then there's Vapor, who's again very good, but also it's Sora, and it's specifically a character who I did not like before they buffed the character for some reason. So it's like, why? Yeah. Yeah.
For me,
I don't know.
I'm fine with that matchup. I haven't played it in a while, but I'd say I feel like I'd say even in any matchup, I'd feel like I'd just be doing the same thing with different tools because Sora's moves are amazing, but Sora's stats are not that crazy. He's not that fast. Like he's not that floaty, so he's not gonna be absolutely flying out of combos. So it's like there's definitely stuff you can do there. Sora's neutral is obviously amazing because of all the buttons he has.
Right.
But with I feel like with fast enough movement, you could definitely force him to make a bad move.
Like, for me,
Like with
whenever
good
I
enough placing, you can force him to make a bad move.
Right, like for me, whenever I fight Sora with Vapor or even Soul, it's very much a situation where I do fairly well against them and are usually winning until I get hit once. And
Yep.
then I lose a stock.
Yep.
And that's not fun. That's
Mhm.
just not fun. Not the case with Jmac and Meta Knight, though. Meta Knight truly is hard to hit and truly hard to combo comparatively. Like, when it comes to fighting against Meta Knight, I get, like, stray hits similar to, like, how I fight Jigglypuff, where it's very hard to get that proper, like, punish game, right? But when it comes to Sora, I could get a punish game no problem. I just can't consistently get the frequency of punish game and then killing fast enough compared to how easy they are to just get one hit and kill me comparatively. That's what makes that matchup so annoyingly difficult. Not as bad as Meta Knight, but still annoyingly difficult. And I think that's the case for basically any character that has that sort of don't get hit sort of mindsets or playstyles. Most of the time, those are the characters I have the most difficulties with because Mega Man's entire disadvantage sucks so much.
Like I've always hated when people said like don't get hit as a joke. But now at this point,
So genuinely, it is the right
there's kind of a
strat.
thrill in it. There's kind of a thrill in it for me. It's not about the right strat because of course you don't want to get hit ever. That's the point of the game.
Right.
But I was saying it's become so thrilling for me because I feel like when I'm really not trying to get hit, I see the game the best. Like I feel like a
Right.
lot of people will be like, "Don't get hit, don't get hit," panic. But I'm just like, all right. When I see it's a moment where I can't get hit, I'm just like, all right. What is most likely to come out here? What position should I take? You know, what move should I beat it with? Like
Right.
I'm just thinking that as fast as possible.
What's funny is that there was one set I had against Briam back in, I want to say 2023, maybe 2022, where they used Game & Watch against me.
Mm-hmm.
And in theory, Game & Watch, good character against Mega Man, right? But they used it against me, and it was I think 1-1 at this point, and we chose Battlefield. I was in this sort of situation, like how you said, where I basically never got hit or never got killed for 3 stocks straight, where I was up to 170, 180, up to 209 before I lost my first stock against Game & Watch, which was a feeling that was crazy to experience, where I was like, you can't get to me, can you? You really don't have anything you can do here, can you? Which is so odd. It's a weird feeling for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And that kind of like thrill and don't get hit is probably the reason why I love swordplay so much. Like just using sword characters. Like I was even thinking
Right.
about it. I was like, you know, I can't just stay here forever, you know. And Rivals 2 looks so cool to me. And I'm just like, yeah, it's probably gonna be Claren for me because of how much fun I have with swordplay.
I chose Clarion first too. I did not do great with Clarion. And Rivals 1,
Yeah,
I mean.
it's why it's 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 just why that thrill of just not getting hit because like I'd say as a player like at this point I take pride in my spacing and I feel like even though obviously the characters I have giant hitboxes like it's still on me to use them well, especially more so with Marth where it's like if I'm putting out a move wrong my hand could just get me, you know, it could even get me grabbed. Like, do you know the amount of times I've played against Billy and gotten a tilt grabbed? Like, I think I had a session against him yesterday. All 3 of my tilts got grabbed at some point.
Wow.
So it's like when you're placing those moves at the best, when you're placing those moves the best, that's when they show their true power. That's
Yeah.
just what I love about swordplay.
Anyways, it's about almost 11 o'clock. I have to go to bed because I have work
Yeah, no, of
tomorrow.
course.
Yeah, y'all
Of
been
course.
napping
It's
for
been a
an
good
hour and a
talk, man.
half,
It's been a good talk, man.
and
Yeah.
stream has still
It's
been
funny 'cause-
running.
Yeah, it's funny because my schedule's Wednesday, Sunday off days instead of like Saturday, Sunday.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's nice though, because it's like, low work break, low work break. It's like
Yeah, it's different for sure. But yeah, it's been work has been fun. I actually really been enjoying where I've been working. It's data integrity, so like more or less what I've been just doing is like, oh, here's a giant database that we've just moved to, and we basically doing everything manual. And it's like, oh, how about I just make things that make it so it's automatic? And that's what I've been doing for
yeah.
the past few days. And it's really fun figuring out how to do that. It's just mostly uh, understanding the logic behind the systems and then using Copilot to try to solve it with coding. It's not that dissimilar to Greg Tech New Horizons, actually, and that's the concern.
Hmm.
A lot of Minecraft is such a thing.
I don't want to keep you here forever. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
It's been a good talk.
Nice.
Yeah, appreciate
Nice
y'all
talking to you.
showing up.
Yeah.
See y'all
Anyways,
later.
one more time, thank you so much, and we're all counting on you.
No, I knew it.
Awesome. I'm probably I'm just gonna end it there. Goodbye,
Felt like you
stream.
were being held.